what was like your audition process like for the film? Can you walk me through that a little bit?
I auditioned like every actor, you know, and I got a call back into the callback, and I was feeling really good about it, and I was feeling really free about it, you know, that I could like create this character. And when I walked out of my callback, I actually ran into Coral Pena because we were going in for the same role. But I had just seen her in this wonderful show at MCC called Blacks by Aziza Barnes, directed by Robert O'Hara. And I was like, oh my God, I love you. And I was like, I just saw you in this show. And so we had like this sort of kismet feeling there, you know? And then when I got to my fitting and Richard was like, we wrote in this love interest for you. And he showed me who it was. I was like, oh,
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And of course you play a really great character, La. What can you tell me about her?
I love La so much. She's unapologetically Black and queer and a radical thinker, a dreamer. She is committed to being the change that she wants to see in the world. She takes up the right kind of space, you know? She takes up space. She's bold. She is a revolutionary. I feel like she's going to change the world, you know? She's just that free-spirited, she walks with freedom. And she's a really great friend to Henry, you know? That's her best friend.
For sure. I can't wait to see what La and Henry, like what their dynamic is like throughout the film. Have you ever played a character similar to her before with like all those amazing qualities you mentioned a few minutes ago?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a theater actor, so I come from the stage. Sorry if I keep on fixing my hair. I keep on like looking at it. It's like I do theater. So my theater career has been to like build these really incredible characters, from playing very small children to playing teenagers, and all other kinds of roles. But I feel like a reviewer had said something about me like getting I'm like the casting for the brainy weird teenagers or something like that for theater, something of the nature. But yeah, I feel like La is sort of a beautiful combination of all of the characters that I've played, you know? Because everybody has insecurities, everybody has victory, like feelings of feeling victorious. Mm-hmm. But I feel like she is every woman, you know? Yeah, I really, really dig La.
I can't wait to see what she brings to the film. Chemical Hearts is targeted at teenagers. Did you bring any of your teenage experiences to the film?
I don't know if I brought my personal teenage experience, but I definitely there is that feeling of wanting to be as free as La when I was a teenager. Like, I wish I was like her. I wish I had that freedom, Mm-hmm. I wish I walked with no doubts. I wish I walked with my head held high, you know? Mm-hmm. And I feel like La encompasses all of those, that very confident person that I wish I was, more so than me bringing in my own. I was like kind of going back in a way to be like, this is who I wish I was in the world. Yeah.
Did you have a typical, like, I guess, normal high school experience, or were you like a working actor from the time you were younger?
No, I went to an all-girls public school, so I don't know if that's a typical high school experience. And it's weird that it was an all-girls public school,
That
I
is
had to wear uniforms. But it was, I wouldn't consider it like a typical school experience because, yeah, I just wouldn't because it's kind of
yeah, it's not like the typical
different.
ones you see in
Yeah.
the movies or anything like that. Can you tell me about the movie, like to give a brief synopsis for all the fans?
I don't want to give anything away, but I do think that this movie is definitely a journey of two people, and a journey of two people who where the timing is just not right. And there is a lot of pain, in the sense that these people are trying to move through something that they're going through. And there's and then there's the supporting story, which is Lot and Cora's love, and them actually having the right timing at this time. So these two relationships, to see the two relationships are sort of not necessarily juxtaposing,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time incredibly different,
Yeah.
but they are it offers like two sides to when things can be right and when things are just not the right time.
I'm
And
sure.
I feel like what people can take away from the film, for me, is that you will get through it, whatever it is. There is light at the end of the tunnel. You will be more powerful on the other side of whatever you're going through, but you will get through it. And as a teenager, I would have loved for someone to tell me, make sure you love yourself the most, because it is the most important relationship that you are going to have for the rest of your life is with yourself. And so, like, remember yourself.
I feel like people forget that a lot. That's a really great message to send out to everyone.
Yeah, and if you are not at this current juncture, like, the state of our nation is at unrest, and I know that a lot of I just want to offer, like, seek help if you are not feeling 100%. If you need somebody to talk to, reach out. Especially young Black and Brown brothers and sisters in the non-binary, like, reach out, reach out.
Definitely.
You
Those are
know?
all great. That's great advice and a great message to send out to all viewers and fans and things like that. And of course, Chemical Hearts is a great movie, and I'm very excited to see it. Like I mentioned, what was like a typical day like on set for you, like going in, and where was the movie filmed?
The movie was filmed in Jersey. I would go to a location to get the van that everybody's going in, right? And get to set, get in hair and makeup, and I just wait to be called, really. Like, I mean, usually, like, we would have like a small rehearsal
Mm-hmm.
of sorts, and then we'd shoot, and then it was whenever Richard Tan, the writer director, he thought if it was right, then we would move on to the next one. I don't even know how to describe that. It's so,
Yeah,
like,
really good.
structured. Like, I'm like, I don't know.
It's really interesting to hear that the movie was filmed in New Jersey. I feel like I don't really hear about that much. It's usually like New York, LA, maybe Canada sometimes. That's really cool that it was filmed in New Jersey.
Yeah, it was filmed in Jersey.
Do you have like a behind the scenes secret you can share with me, maybe about like something from the set or where you filmed?
Well, okay, so Richard Tan he was an incredible leader on set. That's just hands down so dope.
Mm-hmm.
And he really created an incredible safe environment for all the actors, and also encouraged us to speak up if we didn't feel that things were, all the way right, or, if something we wanted to, like, just revise something in our character in regards to lines and things of that nature. And obviously when it pertains to story. And so I guess a fun fact would be that there was a moment where I really wanted to express La's levels of frustration in regards to her crush, and which is Cora. And the fun fact is that I was encouraged by Coral Pena to speak up in this regard, and I spoke to Richard, and he received me very warmly with the need for La to express herself with the truest potency, you know. So I felt like that was a moment I will never forget, because as a Black woman, it's hard, even when you feel like it's safe to do something like that, it's still a very scary feeling. And I was encouraged by a sister, you know, by Coral. And so and the fact that Richard is just so next level to me, I just find him so incredible as a human.
Fantastic that you're able to have such like an open and like comfortable set to be on, and be able to really express how you felt about your character, and maybe tell like your director the direction that you want to take her. That's great.
Totally. And also just like the freedom to build, the freedom to create, the freedom to not second guess yourself in these moments. And I feel like the lesson was like, give yourself permission. Give yourself permission. Like, your thoughts are valid. Your feelings are valid. And I feel like, if anything, like, I felt like I was seen and heard. And as a Black woman, that's, you know.
Mm-hmm. Are you on social media? I want to tell the fans where they can follow you. Can you shout out your
handle? I am on social media. I'm not like a huge Instagrammer, but maybe that will change. Who knows? I mean, and it's sometimes I go into like little phases where I'm like,
of course.
And then sometimes I'm like, okay. But my handle is a character, but it's KARAAKTER.
Oh, cool.
Or Kara Actor. Kara Actor.
That's very awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. I really enjoyed speaking with you a lot about Chemical Hearts.
I really enjoyed speaking with you too, and thank you so much for asking me. I really appreciate you.